Hello, everyone. I'm Grego, and this is the Yes, We Are Open podcast. Tuesday evening. I'm still in the south end of Ottawa, about 15 minutes north of Champlain Table Tennis Club, in the neighborhood of Billings Bridge, originally a village named after early settler Bradish Billings, who arrived in Canada in 1812. Upon arrival, Billings cut out a farm on the Rideau River, where the present-day Billings Bridge is located. Then in 1823, he built a sawmill on a creek running through his property. The village eventually became part of Ottawa in 1950. Today, Billings Bridge offers a unique blend of suburban tranquility and urban convenience. Residents enjoy lush green spaces like Vincent Massey Park and the aforementioned Sawmill Creek, along with easy access to downtown Ottawa. The Billings Bridge Shopping Center serves as a local hub for retail and dining. That's where I am tonight, on my way to visit one of its tenants, and the subject of this week's story, My Afromania Inc. I enter the mall at entrance number 7 and make a right. To my immediate left is a dentist's office and then an LCBO. My Afromania is the second store on the right, just past the cell phone accessory store. Walking in, it seems like a typical clothing store, with one striking exception: the color. There is so much rich, vibrant color and patterns on all the clothes. Racks and racks of shirts and pants, to more traditional-looking robes called boo-boos or kaftans, to dashikis, to various styles of headwear and jewelry. It's all just a feast for the eyes.
Hello. Chika?
That's Chika, the owner. She's sitting at a sewing machine and chatting with a customer. I bide my time, admiring the clothes until the final customer leaves, and it's just Chika and me. A setup for our interview at her alteration station.
Hi, I'm Chika Oguh, and I'm the founder of My Afromania. We founded My Afromania 2 years ago in 2023, specifically June.
Why did you want to start a fashion business?
I am originally from Nigeria. I had this flair for fashion. I've always loved fashion. I've loved colors, playing around with colors. And back home, I had a business like this.
Okay.
So what I do is I create my own designs in bulk and I supply to stores and they resell these clothes.
You did this in Nigeria?
Yes, I did this in Nigeria.
Okay. When did you come to Canada?
3 years ago, 2022.
Oh, so you came to Canada and then a year later you're running your own business.
Yes.
It's quick. Was that always your plan?
No, that wasn't always my plan, but I knew I was eventually going to start my own business, but it wasn't like when I come, I'm going to start a business.
No.
First of all, I wanted to acclimatize myself. I went to Carleton University. I did my master's degree in technology and innovation management. I majored in a master's of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So we were supposed to create a venture that crosses borders and also technology is used to advance the business across borders. So I came up with this. I already had this idea back in 2015 and I thought, okay, this would be the best time to just bring this to life. I came to Ottawa because I came to school in Ottawa. So Ottawa, the first and most important thing was school that brought me to Ottawa, and that was Carleton University.
Yeah.
So that was the first time when I got to Carleton University and I looked at the city. I was like, okay, the city is not bad. Ottawa is the place that accepted me and I feel like home here.
Sure. Why Afromania?
Afro means Africa, mania means my style, something I love. So we had to just merge it together, my African style.
It's a great name. Why this location?
So before we opened up a physical store, we had a 3 weeks pop-up at Saint Laurent to test the viability of the business. And it was really good because we had a lot of customers and we made so much money. So we felt, okay, wow, this is good. We may start looking for a store right now. So we reached out to a lot of malls, but there was no availability. There was no space.
Sure.
We wanted to be in the mall because we wanted somewhere that would be accessible to everybody, that people would feel comfortable and also would benefit from the walking customers. Yeah.
You get a lot of walk by traffic.
Yeah.
And in the winter too, like I'm sure you get a lot of people.
Yeah, it gets pretty busy in winter, but it gets pretty busy, but not for our business because most of our clothing are winter clothing.
Right.
But Africans don't care. They wear even to church.
Did you start online first though?
Yes, we started online.
Okay, you started online first. Then when did you open this storefront?
We opened the store August 1st, 2024.
When you first just started online, how was business?
It was very slow.
Yeah.
Because it's a new region. This kind of fashion is not something that everyone wears. It's just mostly Africans or those that, are very conversant with Africans and their styles. So it was a struggle.
It's hard to make a name for yourself online too, right?
And people weren't very sure. Is it very safe? Can I return if I don't like that trust? We hadn't built it yet.
Sure.
So we decided to have a physical store first so people can come in and at least try for themselves. Then if they love, they can as well go back and shop online.
Now I'm looking around your store. It's very colorful, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you sell and what services you offer here.
Our products are for the family, like clothing, general clothing for family. What we do is that we use the normal Western styles, but we incorporate our prints into them.
So it's like a fusion of Western meets African.
Exactly.
Okay.
So just like a regular shirt, we have a regular shirt like what you're putting on, but we just use details of the African prints on them. So it looks colorful.
Right.
Coming to Canada, I realized that people I'm sorry to use word, but boring colors, like plain black.
They dress like me. Yes.
Oh God,
black t-shirt, blue jeans.
Why everybody's wearing black or burgundy, like dark colors generally? And there's something about color. Color has a way of making you feel happy.
Yes.
Just try it. When you wear colorful clothes, it illuminates you. It has this way of making you feel happy, even when you're sad.
Yeah.
And why don't they just incorporate the same thing, basic designs? We Africans, we love designs. If you go to Nigeria, you see how people play around with crazy designs, not the prints, but here I realized, you know what, people are already conservative. I don't want to force them.
Sure.
Why don't I just make the regular clothes they wear colorful?
Like where do you get your clothing?
We started as a marketplace. We're not a clothing brand.
Okay.
We're a marketplace. So I created this business to support artisans, to support designers that don't have access to the right market.
Right.
We have a lot of people that are very creative, both in Africa and here in Canada. They know how to create designs from the scratch, but they don't have the market for it. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just create this platform and have everyone bring their designs and I sell it for them? We launched online marketplace in July 2023. And when we launched, we signed up 20 designers, some from Africa, different countries. We had from Ghana, we had from Nigeria, mainly for a start. Then we had a couple of them from Canada. However, we realized that we were still unable to tackle the biggest challenge most people in this business face, which is quality and sizing. So we decided, okay, why don't we have people bring this clothing? So we warehouse this clothing for them. So when customers request for any clothes online, we already have those clothes in our warehouse, in our store. So we've done the quality checks already to make sure you're good.
So you've been open for a couple of years now, if you add together your online business with your brick and mortar business. So what would you say has been so far your busiest time?
So my business seasons are first the Black History Month.
Right.
Then we also have early summer, late spring, April, May.
Getting ready
June.
for the hot weather.
Yeah. So those are our busiest, usually June, because there are a lot of weddings.
Sure.
There are a lot of parties. So people come in, people place custom orders for clothes. So and our busiest days of the week would be weekends.
Okay.
Our weekend starts from Thursday. So people start buying clothes especially those who have weddings or those who have to buy clothes for church or maybe some special occasions. So people come in because most of our customers are working class people. Our customers are majorly from 26 years and above. These are people working customers that have the money to pay for the clothes because our clothes are not really very cheap. That they average $50.
Right. It's not fast fashion here.
Yeah, it's not fast fashion.
No. Okay. Now, when I walked in, you were at your sewing machine and you were taking care of our customers. So I waited for a bit, and something you said was interesting. You said you spent 40 minutes with this customer, and that's typical You spend a lot of time with your customers, so you pride yourself on customer service.
Yes, I pride myself on customer service. It's very important. The average time a customer spends in the store is 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the lady you met when you came in, she spent over 2 hours.
Wow.
Somebody else came. He was a man. He tried a couple of clothes and he bought what he wanted to eat and left, and she was still here.
Yeah.
She was still trying to pick a choice. So what I'm saying in essence is that most of the customers who really come in here, they are amazed. They are like, wow, oh my God, I've never seen this before. Because for every piece you pick, you think that, oh, you've seen the most beautiful. You open another one, oh my God, this is nice. And you want to try it all. So this is the experience most customers get when they come here.
Yeah.
And we always try to make them feel comfortable. And whatever you want, even if we don't have it, we can alter something for you to suit you.
So who taught you how to sew and how to make clothes?
I don't know how to. So
I walked in and you were literally using the
I was doing alterations. Okay, all these things just came up. In business, you can never know everything before you start. You learn as you grow, and you learn based on customers' needs and what they want. When customers walk in, they like a particular cloth, but something that would stop them from buying it is the fact that, it doesn't fit just as they want it to. So I felt, you know what, why don't I just get a machine and make sure there's no excuse to them not buying the clothes. My family is back home. My dad is late, so my mom and my siblings. My mom was a teacher. She's retired. Okay. Yeah, but right now she's into real estate. She has like property. She's always...
Oh, so she's an entrepreneur herself. Would you say you got your entrepreneurial spirit from your mom?
No, I got it from my dad.
Oh, okay. What did he do?
My dad was a businessman. Yeah. He was into electronics. He had electronic stores.
All right.
My mom was a teacher and she also had her own business. She had her own fashion business, but she was more into fabrics. Sure. She didn't make clothes. She used to buy fabrics in bulk and she sells to her colleagues at work.
Right.
Her store was her trunk.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when she goes to school, she sells to every...
It's like a trunk sale.
Yeah. Yes. She just opens her trunk and after school, she sells to every... So that was like a side hustle.
Well, I mean, I feel like, you got a little bit from both.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did.
Now that's an entrepreneurial family. Up next, it's been 2 years since Chika started her business, and it looks as if things are going well. But it hasn't always been smooth sailing for My Afromania Inc. There have been some challenges. What were they? Stay tuned to find out. You're listening to Yes, We Were Open. Chika Oguh came to Canada from Nigeria in 2022 to attend Carleton University. And 1 year later, she started her business, My Afromania Inc., as her school project. Her intention was to create a marketplace for artisans of African fashion. But that led to her opening her brick-and-mortar store in the Billingsbridge Shopping Centre. That's a lot of accomplishment in just a few short years. And there were many challenges along the way. What were they? Let's find out.
If I were to ask you if there was a time where was your greatest struggle, either starting this business or after this business has already been started, that maybe threatened to shut you down.
Yeah.
What would that have been?
I would say it's everyone's struggle, the financial part. Oh my God, it was hard. Especially when you're coming to another country and you're using another currency that is way, like when your money is way undervalued than currency you're working in. So like when I came into the country, I came in with like money from my own country because I was working.
Right.
I had like savings. So I came in with all that. And coming here, starting a business and learning on the job, trying to understand the legal system, like when it comes to setting up your business, taxes, accounting, and also working with people, like getting people to trust you, to believe in you, to support you, building a community. So it was like a very hard thing, but because I'm a very friendly person, I'm very jovial, so it was very easy for me to blend into the society. I had a lot of friends from school, and I got my professors in school. They were all very supportive. In fact, they were the ones who cheered me on to go ahead and start this, and I used the business as my research project, my final research project, and I won an award.
Oh wow.
Yes, so it has been a very good experience for me so far, but very challenging when it comes to making the business sustainable, making us still be able to be in business is the very hard part. Paying salaries, making sure money comes in every single day and we are able to pay salaries. It's the hardest part.
Was there ever any time where you almost gave up and thought, why am I doing this? I can just go back to
every single day.
Yeah.
Trust me, every single day I sit down and ask myself, am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should have just waited for the next 5 years before I start the business. I ask myself questions every single time, but I do have very supportive friends that when I'm very down, I call them and tell them, you know what, I think I'm tired. Like I made a mistake. I shouldn't have started this business. I was too early. I was too fast. They're like, no, this is a lot of people's dream.
Yeah.
Yes, I ask myself questions every day.
But were you always going to stay in Canada, or was there ever an option? I mean, you said you had a business in Nigeria. Was that an option to go back or no?
I wouldn't say it was an option to me because I don't believe in running. I believe in trying, staying and making it work.
Sure.
So I did not think of going back. I thought of what other thing would I do to make it better? Or, okay, was I too fast? Should I slow down? Should I wait and learn more? Or should I go and understudy somebody else so I can become better? But I've never thought of running. Because if I run there, I will still find another place to run to. But no, I don't run. I stay and fight.
You said one of the biggest struggles was making a name for yourself here, obviously.
Yeah.
What sorts of things did you do to get your name out there?
I started with building a very good community. I always tell people, like, if you want to start a business, start with your network.
Sure.
Then afterwards, it expands. Especially if what you're doing, you're solving a problem. You're definitely going to reach out to a lot of people. So yeah, I started with the community building, attending events, and reaching out to, I started with my school, as I said, then from school, most of my friends, I always talk about the business everywhere I go to. You would never hear any conversation from my mouth. It was not my business. I always wear my business.
Yeah.
So with that, we started expanding. We tried to make sure we were always putting ourselves out there in the social media space.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of friends that are influencers in their own space. So what I do is that whenever I have anything, I always encourage them to come. They come to the store, they buy clothes, they put pictures out, they post, they talk about it. And we started with, I think, 200 followers. Mm-hmm. And next things, we got to 3,000 at some point. I don't know what Instagram is doing. They keep bringing down my followers. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So anyway, that's how we started, from people talking about it. And we had an event. We had a very big event.
Okay, what kind of events?
It was the first staged African wedding in Ottawa.
Oh.
It was grand. It was big. I'm very excited to talk about it because it was very challenging. It was something I came up with in November last year. I formed a committee and we were planning a cultural event, a fashion show, just to showcase some of our pieces and get more people know about the brand. And one of the committee members, who happened to be a student of Carleton University, she's also an executive member of the ASA, the African Students Association of Carleton University. She's like, well, they've been planning to have an African wedding. If I could incorporate that into the event, it would be very nice. It would get more people interested in the event. I was thinking it was just going to be like a wedding. And the next time, boom, it went all big. We had to get a staged bride and a groom and get the bridal train. And it was a lot. Making clothes. Wedding is a big part of African culture. I'm not talking about Nigeria now or Ghana. It's the whole Africans. We go all out when it comes to our weddings, our traditional weddings. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just do something around having a wedding so people can come and experience firsthand what it's like attending an African wedding.
And everyone's there dressed up in your clothing.
Yes, like amazing. Everyone came. I had people from different countries. It wasn't just about Africans. Like, I had my professors come for the wedding. I had the city councillor for Barhaven. It was there, David Hill. I had a lot of people come. It was very impressive.
You opened this location in 2024, August. When did you, because you said in the beginning it was pretty slow and you were maybe doubting yourself a bit. Mm-hmm. At what point did you finally realize I can make it work here? The
challenges always come, or the doubt always comes when business slows down.
Sure.
That's just how it happens. So maybe this week I would have like very bad. Customers don't come in, people don't buy things. I start doubting myself, asking myself, oh no, did I do the right thing? And in the weekend, a lot of people are here shopping and making money. I'm like, okay, maybe I just have to be a little bit more patient.
Right.
So one thing I know for sure is that no matter how bad it gets, because I've come from a more tougher environment, I know what it's like to have it hard. So no matter how hard it gets, I believe there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So you just have to be patient and you just have to show up. So that's what I do. So no matter what, I feel like, you know what, let's just show up. Let's just be there, because all these things are storms. And if we don't stay till the storm is over, how are we going to celebrate afterwards?
Coming up after the break, we find out what the future holds for My Afromania Inc. Welcome back to Yes, We Are Open. Chika Oguh has certainly built herself a solid foundation for My Afromania Inc., and she's nowhere near done yet. Her dream of building an African artisan marketplace is only just beginning. So what are her plans for the future of her business? Let's find out.
This is the fun part, I think. This, because you can dream big here.
I always dream big.
Yes.
You have no idea. Like, you don't want to be in my head. Sometimes my friends say to me, slow down.
Let's talk about the future of Afromania. What do you want to see this business do?
Right, so we want to delve more into technology because it started as a technology business. Basically now, I think we are still in the baby stage. Though we have a lot that we really want to achieve, we have a very big dream for ourselves, and as a brand, we are going back to our initial business model, which is the marketplace.
Right.
But this time around, we are going to be supporting artisans. We're going to be pairing customers with artisans. It'll be very seamless, because even when we opened this store, we realized that is still a very big challenge.
Sure.
Today, I had 6 customers walking here requesting for a custom made outfit. So even if we have the ready to wear outfit, people still want custom made designs, and we don't have those tailors here. So it'll be very good if we are able to pair customers with a tailor. So this is one thing we're working on. So look out, because we're working on something and we're going to launch pretty soon.
Oh, exciting.
And yes, I'm very excited about it. So we're going to launch very soon. So right now, it's going to solve a lot of challenges customers have, even with alterations.
Mm-hmm.
So people come in here every single time. Like, we have some people coming with a bag of clothes. Oh, do you alter? Can you alter this clothes for me?
Right.
So a lot of people, I'm sure you too, you have a couple of clothes you want to alter.
Yeah, sadly in the wrong direction, but yes. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, everyone, like, it doesn't have to be this type of clothes.
No, yeah.
Even if it's a pair of jeans you got and it's too long, like, people are looking for clothes to alter. And there are a lot of people who offer those services, but they're at home. You have to walk to a business like a Stitch, and they give you a long turnaround time, or you have to come back in 1 week, 2 weeks, and maybe you need that urgently. So these are the pain points most of our customers come here with, and we've decided we're going to build something that's going to solve this problem. So now we are going back to the marketplace. We're going to create a marketplace where everyone can benefit from.
Like a B2C marketplace. Very
yes.
Nice. How would your parents feel if they saw what you built here so far? What would they say?
Well, my mom is always worried. Like, she's always scared of me. She says that you need to slow down. Like, I was on the phone we had today. She's like, I know that you have big dreams. I know that you need to slow down. She's always scared of my dreams. So whenever she sees I've achieved something, she's always very proud of me. My parents, my siblings, my family, they're always very proud of me, but they're always scared of me too, because they don't know my next move.
And they're not here. They don't see the progress as you're seeing.
No, they don't. But yeah, she's proud of me, and she'll always be proud of me.
Thinking back to what you've achieved since you moved to Canada in 2022 and grown this business, how do you feel?
I don't have the right words to say how I feel, but all I can say is that I think I'm almost there. I'm not there yet, but I'm happy with myself. And for every single day I wake up, I tell myself, well done. You're fearless. Because you know what it is? Packing your bags, leaving your country, coming to another country, and starting your life all over again and thriving. I would say to myself, you're doing a good job. Well done. I believe I'll get there with the support of a lot of other people. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Chika, is My Afromania open?
Yes, we are open.
Amazing.
That's the story of My Afromania Inc. It's our second straight immigrant small business story this season. We had Paulo from Peru last week, and this week we have Chika from Nigeria. Oh, and spoiler alert, next week, another immigrant story. I swear I didn't plan it this way. I can't imagine uprooting my life to move to a different country and start over. I know my parents did it, but it's something I've never had to contemplate. I'm wondering if I'm missing out on something. In these two stories, and in many of the past stories I've had the privilege to tell on this podcast where the owner was a newcomer to this country, I'm struck by how the drive and resilience that brought these immigrants to Canada is also what helps them to succeed in business. There's a certain context they have that someone who was born and raised here like me will simply not have. I really enjoyed my visit with Chika. I found her highly motivational and refreshing. On more than a few occasions, I was taken aback by something she said. I think my favorite quote of hers might be the epitome of her resilience when she says, "No matter what, just show up. Just be there because all these things are storms." What a refreshing look at adversity as a storm, something that, while it may be turbulent, is ultimately temporary. There's that context again. It's hard to be in Chika's presence and not feel energized by everything she's built. She dreams big. But honestly, after seeing everything she's accomplished in just a couple of years, I'd say the sky's the limit for My Afromania Inc. Yes, We Are Open is a Moneris podcast production. I'd like to thank Chika for taking time to share her story. You can learn more about My Afromania Inc. at myafromania.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at My Afromania. For more information about this podcast, visit our site, yeswewereopenpodcast.com. If you'd like to support us, rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. If you're a Canadian small business owner or know of one with an interesting story of perseverance to tell, I'd love to help tell it. You can contact me at podcast@moneris.com. Tune in next week for another story of small business struggle and survival on the Yes We Are Open podcast. I'm Grego. Thank you for listening.